occurring in Bethlehem. There were some wise men in a city far away who were waiting for the sign in the night sky. When the star appeared, they too knew about the birth of the Savior. They prepared their things and followed the star on a long journey to Bethlehem, to Jesus. They weren't just going to see Jesus, though. They were going intentionally to bring gifts. Now remember, these men were very, very wise, so the gifts they were bringing were not meant for just any ordinary baby. They knew exactly who this baby was, so they were well prepared, bringing gold, frankincense, and myrrh. In those times, gold signified royalty. They knew this baby was a king. Frankincense was an oil used in worship to set people apart for God's use. They knew this baby was holy and sent from God. And myrrh was an embalming oil used in death and burial. Although this seems morbid, the wise men knew what the future had in store for Jesus. They knew that he would sacrifice his life to complete God's plan of reconciliation. And so the wise men traveled far and wide, following the star, bearing gifts in response to the Savior. birth of Jesus, everyone had a response. The shepherds went out and told their whole town. The Israelites rejoiced with acceptance, and people in faraway places like the wise men came bearing gifts, their very best gifts. It's news that was worthy of a response because it was news that brought hope to all people, and not just hope for those people during those times. It's a truth that still remains, a truth that is meant for every person, including me, including all of you. It isn't just the story of the shepherds and the wise men. It's our story. God just chose to tell the Israelites first, but he invites all of us to be a part of it. It's an invitation for your life to change forever. It's an invitation of experiencing hope that will never, ever cease. It's an invitation to have peace despite any situation. We are invited to all of these things and even more. All we have to do is recognize it and accept it. Just think about it. If you encountered a night so divine that the Savior of the world was right there in your midst, how would you respond?
The stars are brightly shining. It is the name of our dear Savior. And sitting there behind me till he appeared in the soul fair.
appeared through the bright star in the night sky, when the heavenly host of angels delivered the official news, when the shepherds confidently proclaimed the truth of all they knew, everyone must have been so baffled, so curious as to why news so big, so groundbreaking, so life-changing would come in a form so small. Maybe the form was small in stature, but it sure was big in hope and light and life. A baby who was born on purpose to show the good news of who God is. A baby born to break the curses of sin and death and bring us back to God so we could be with Him forever. In such uniqueness, it was soft coos and squishy cheeks that brought God right here with us. In God's perfect ways, it was a little baby who would change everything.
Christmas story is all about. And I love that it's exactly that. It's an invitation from God to us. See, God desires a relationship with you, whether you know that or not. I just want to tell you that today. By the way, my name is Eli. I'm the pastor here at Nichols City Church. I just want to say it's been a pleasure to have you here. Now, as we walked through this Christmas story, we did have a moment right before we sang "Oh Holy Night," where we talked about how God is inviting us to be part of the story. This isn't just a far-off, distant story, but this is an invitation to be a part of His story. And so if you're sitting here today and during that time, you kind of heard that and you said, well, I've never really thought about that in my life, but I'd like to join the story of God. If that's you today, then I want to encourage you, come talk to me, come find one of the leaders or one of the band members up here. We would love to encourage you and to talk to you about what it means to start your journey with Jesus. Now, maybe you've been here and you say, you know what, I've known God for a while. I believe in God and I have a relationship with Him. Well, let me tell you, I'm so glad that you're here, because here at this church, we believe that everyone has a next step in their relationship with God. So maybe you had a relationship with God for 30 or 40 years. Well, let me tell you, there's still more of God to be had. And so this Christmas, we hope that you step into an even further and deeper relationship with God. That's what we're all about here at this church. And so here's what I want to do. I want to take a moment just to invite you back. This is kind of who we are as a church. We love to have fun. We love to sing together. We love community. And we definitely love to eat cookies and drink hot chocolate. That is on the top of our list. But more than anything, we are a church who believes that God is real and believe that God has more in store for each and every one of us. And so we want to invite you into this journey together. So wherever you are in your relationship with God, or wherever you're at in that journey with Him, we want to invite you to come and grow and learn together and be a part of this community. We do this every Sunday at either 9:30 or 11:15. We have worship, we have a message, and we have a free cafe. And it is kind of everything like this. It just looks a little bit different. And so we want to invite you along to that. But for now, guys, I'm so glad that you were here. I had a wonderful night, and I hope you did too. And so we are going to officially close out the night, but go get some more cookies, go get some more hot chocolate or coffee, because we're going to hang out for a little bit longer and celebrate this idea of community. So we're glad that you were here, and I'm so glad that you were a part of it. I loved all of your singing. You all got beautiful voices. So, all right, we'll see you guys later.